Scorpio, welcome to your Astroflower mid-January reading, going for the next sort of 2-3 weeks in January. Welcome to the reading. If you haven't seen the collective reading, it will be in accordance to that, so you might want to go and have a look at that. All of this will be time-stamped, of course, just to sort of help you pick out in the other video how you connect into the collective reading as well, which was great. We went into world chakras, human auras, that sort of thing. Very, very informative video, actually. It's quite long, but very worthwhile watching, I think. Personally, I enjoyed it anyway. Okay, so today we're going to be doing the same thing, but this time here, we're going to be starting on your chakras and going on to your aura after that, and then going into the tarot reading. Okay, so let's just get straight to your chakras. Let's see what's going on. There's the man, or the person, if you like. So, and there's your chakras. So, yes, a lot of stuff going on in your root chakra at the moment. I'll be a little bit wary because you might find yourself painting yourself into a corner, if you know what I mean. I would be a little bit wary about that. So, wary about your fixed side, because there's a lot going on your root chakra here. It's refinding your feet in a situation, and it's going to test you a little bit. It's going to test your environment. It's going to test a lot of the things within your world, and it's going to stop you from moving around so much. So it may not necessarily be a very social time. It may be a time where you've got to deal with a lot of things. You're moving out of your winter period into your spring period. So you're going to have a lot on your plate anyway within your cycles. But your root is definitely forcing you to not move a lot, basically. Let's just see what's going on in your sacrum. Wow. The sacrum is low. So personal desires, be it pleasurable desires or material desires, it's not really existent at the moment. As I say, I think there's a lot more going on in the world around you, which is making you a lot more preoccupied in a way. Let's just see what's going on your solar plexus. Okay. I think you put too many eggs in too many different baskets at the moment. The phrase is normally don't put all your eggs in one basket. I can understand that, but it doesn't mean as well that you put one egg in every other basket. It seems like you've overstretched yourself, and it's not for this week. It's from the past. Or you haven't been able to curtail certain things. You haven't been able to sort of say no to certain things. And I think it's pulling you a little bit from pillar to post. And you might find yourself, it's a bit of a tiring month, January. It seems to be really consuming you. So I would be very wary, and I would start streamlining a lot of things. Let's see what's going on in your heart here. Well, your heart is full. There's a lot of potential in there, but it's almost as if like if I want to sort of say, okay, I'm going to make sure no one hurts my heart, and I can position my heart in my heart chakra in a particular way, so the heart chakra sort of like closes off in a way. It's not got that frilly aspect to it. It closes off, and which is all very well. No one can get in. But I can't get out either. I end up making a prison for myself, and I would be a little bit wary of that at the moment for you, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on in your third eye and your throat chakra. Now that is really large. And there seems to be a lot more activity in the third eye, so you may be searching for solutions constantly. As I say, I think there's a lot going on around you at the moment, which is you know, sucking up your attention, basically, by the looks of things. And this could be within your relationships as much as within your financial world, within your material world. You know, but there's a lot going on, and it's putting a lot of pressure on you. So I would, if I was you, your crown chakra is really starting to open up a little bit too much and starting to droop a little bit. So you might find that emotionally, consciously, physically, life outside you is a little bit it's a little bit heavy for you at the moment. You can resolve this situation very easily, and if you do resolve this situation easily, all of a sudden you're going to be the king or queen of the ball. You know, you're going to be the belle of the ball, as they say. You know, you're going to be in a situation where you're going to come out of this where people think they've got a piece of you, and then they're going to realise, kind of open up their hand and kind of go, oh, actually, I've got nothing. So here I would concentrate on your meditation of getting out of your head and getting into your pleasures, getting into a little bit of your desires for you. Do not forget that aspect of life. I think it's very important. So let's just help you there a little bit, and we're going to pull that energy from that crown chakra, and I'm going to bring it down into, and it's going to come past the heart, and it's going to help the heart to be a little bit less swollen, and allow the solar plexus to straighten up a bit. And then we're going to put that energy, make that connection into your sacrum. And there we go. Put it into the sacrum. So that's going to help you to kind of have those moments of pleasures for yourself. Have those moments where you gain the material world for yourself. You know, and give you a little bit more of harmony and balance between the two. Let's just have a look at your aura and see what's going on there. So I would really concentrate on that, on your sacrum energy. And if you're going to meditate, I'd meditate that and bring that energy down into the sacrum if I was you. Let's just see what's going on in your aura. There seems to be a lot of conflict at the moment, mental conflict at the moment. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of mental conflict, and I think it's because there's a lot on your plate. It's putting a lot of pressure on you, and as it's putting a lot of pressure on you, you know, you could be sitting there sort of saying, oh, if this situation wasn't like this, if it was like this, why is this situation doing this and everything like that? It should be doing this. Oh, I'm going to fight against it. You end up fighting against yourself, unfortunately. So I would take time out in your meditation to recognize the things that you do not want to happen like that. So you just take that time to relax and realize, you know, your monkey mind's going to show you those situations. And when you see those situations, you sort of say, actually, I don't want it to be like that. It's going to help your guides help you a lot more. You're going to be doing a lot less self-sabotaging, which you probably won't see right this moment. You may see it in months, you know, to come. But it will help you out to be in a position where you can actually, you can almost float above the rest of the world through this situation, because you do have a lot of energy that's up in the upper echelons of your chakras and your energy system, and it is a bit too top heavy. So I would watch out for that, because that will create sleep deprivation, general tiredness, anxiety, bouts of anger, difficulty to, you know, weave your way through crowds and stuff like that. When we're top heavy, that's not necessarily good. So I would be conscious of that within your meditations. Basically, it's going to help you out loads. Okay, let's just move on to what's going on your tarot reading. So here we have the Astroflower. Let's just see what's going on the overall energy for this end of month. Now you can use that top-ended energy for intuition, and I think this month here is to do with those revelations or that intuition within the monthly reading that we were talking about. Certainly within the relationship side, but most certainly also within the financial side. And it's changing or adapting to the world as things become apparent. And I think, you know, your intuition is going to be quite important here. Yeah, because it's going to help you keep that. Okay, so to keep that enthusiasm, that passion, on that continual going on of life, of advancing a very rhythmical fashion, which you will like, and that will tie nicely into your root chakras as well. It will keep you that sort of sturdy and constantness, that foundation of life that you so enjoy, and give you that security going forward. But you have to be passionate about that forward-looking plan. If you get involved in fighting the here and now, you're gonna lose your situation. It's a new cycle that's coming up for you. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. It's a new cycle that's coming up for you. So, and usually at the end of the cycle can be quite traumatic. If you ever taken a candle and you put a glass over the top of the candle, after a while, as it burns the oxygen out, the flame gets really high. And that's what's sort of happening before we go through this change in February and March. And this week here, I think, is about, or this month here in January, is all about setting yourself, positioning yourself. And I think as you move into your spring period, which is in this month here, as you move into your spring period, that's where you can set your garden, because that's what spring does. A lot of work is already done in the winter period, and as spring comes in, that's when that's when you get the new shoots coming through, and they'll be coming through. So you've got to do the work, basically. You've got to do the work, but I wouldn't get too bogged down. Basically, try and keep it as light as possible. Don't forget, life should be fun as well. Okay, so let's just see what's going on in your karmic message for your relationship side. And these are relationships concerned with family, friends, partners, everything in that sort of sense. You've got to live it to love it. I think the phrase is you got to believe it to live it, or you got to live it to believe it, or whatever. But here I think it's a case of you got to live it to love it. You got to live life in order to love. I think it's trying your patience at the moment. And if you get too bogged down, you'll lose your patience with your relationships that are around you, as these relationships starts revealing a lot of things over this next sort of like 2 or 3 weeks in the collective. So it's your learning curve here is patience. Probably not your strongest point, actually, Scorpio. It's really, you have that paradox, Scorpio. You have a really good long-term patience, but you have a very bad short-term patience. And I think maybe it's a case here of sort of saying you've got to, got to have that short-term patience within you, Okay, let's just see how the universe is trying to guide this. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. Yeah, it's Aquarius season. There you go. That's what it is. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. Let the love in. Let the love light in. I think the universe here is sort of kind of saying, you will cause emotional complications in your life in regards to your relationships if you don't allow that swollen heart, which we looked at in the chakras, to actually release. What I was saying about, okay, I'm not letting anybody in so I don't hurt my heart, but then again, you can't get out either. I think this is actually, I think the universe is sort of saying here is you're causing more pain than what you realize. So I think the universe is trying to encourage you to be patient and don't take things so seriously. Don't get involved in the little things. Concentrate on the longer term plan. You know, find a bit of stability within your energies and your vibration. And if you do, you will come out of this, you know, you will come out of this smelling of roses, as it were. Okay, let's just see what's going on, how your guides are trying to influence this karmic message. Similar message to Taurus, actually. I think with the revelations that are coming out as that we were talking about in the collective reading as well, you can't fix the past, you can only create the future. And I think this is where your guides are trying to help you to realize that. Don't mull over too much of the past, look to the future. And this is what they're trying to offer you here. They're trying to offer you that seed of growth, of that seed of future, basically. And it could, they're trying to offer you victories, but it's a long-term goal victory, basically. And your guides are really trying to help this out. So I would really be very conscious of the long-term plans in regards to coincidences and stuff like that as you go forward. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence the conversation that is within you. They're trying, this is the patience thing here. Don't get triggered. You know, don't get, watch out for, you know, red flags, basically. If you see red flags in situations or in relationships around you, I would really pay attention to them. And they're trying to help you understand that with that, really, basically. Yeah, the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is someone who is not necessarily going anywhere. This ties into the patience thing, but there is a lot of passion for what is coming in and what is going out. And this is where we come back to the heart scenario. And I think you should be, concentrating on how your heart can, how your heart can actually express itself, how it can get involved in the world around you in regards to the relationships, without being triggered, because the Three of Wands doesn't actually go anywhere. It's the harbour master. So there's ships coming in, the ships going out. So people are coming and going in your life at the moment, and you may have that sensation that I'm not going anywhere, but that's probably not a bad thing. Just concentrating on all the little things that are going on around you. As I said, I think there's a lot of pressure on the world, from the world around you at the moment, and patience is definitely an attribute that you should be cultivating within you. Let's just see what's going on in your financial sort of front. Here we got the karmic message. Seems to be a lot of exchanging of money here. There's similar to this sort of thing. There's money going out, but there's money coming in. There's investment. There's also returns. I think here your karmic message in regards to your job, your business, or your projects and stuff like that is how you organize or deal with the comings and goings of opportunities that are around you. It's getting involved in, it's getting involved in the organization. So that inspiration, it's a very good victory card here. So you've got 2 aces already on this reading here, and it's all about setting up, preparing for the future, which is going to provide for you a lot of things going forward. And in your financial world, you've got to be, I would use your intuition here, and this is where I say things are coming in and things are going out. You've got to make decisions quite quickly, and I wouldn't get too bogged down. If you slow down here, and I think this is why you got the Knight of Wands here. This is that rhythmical, passionate side of things. If you get bogged down, you'll lose thread or track of that, and that's when you may feel that the pressure's building up upon you. So this week, this end of month here is you've got to make decisions quite quickly and keep within that rhythm of that energy. Let's just see how the universe is trying to influence this karmic message. Fair and square. I think the universe here is encouraging you to just be fair and square. Don't go into too much detail. Don't favoritize. Don't favor certain aspects or certain people or certain. Don't let people just take you for a ride in a way. You know, yeah, harmony. It's fair exchange. It's being just in your being, and how you work and how you exercise your financial sort of comings and goings. Just being just. It's the universe here is sort of saying to you, just stay calm, just stay calm. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence this karmic message. Okay, there is a lot going on around you. There seems to be, and I think this is tied into the Ace of Wands. I'm starting to understand it a little bit more, what's coming from your guides. Basically, you could be panning for gold, and you're getting these tiny little bits of gold, and you kind of think, that's great. But what you're doing is, you're sitting on a rock that's made of gold. And if you just kind of stop panning all the little bits and bobs, all of a sudden you're going to realise, kind of going, look at that massive piece of gold. I think that's what it is all about. So it's there's a big glaring opportunity here by the looks of things that your guides are trying to create for you, or trying to at least put you in a position where you can, use this opportunity in order to get the best out of life. It's that starting of that journey. It's realizing not what you want to go back to. If you've been running around for everybody for ages, I would stop it if I was you, and concentrating on that one goal. That she's got that one staff, that one wand that's in her hand. The rest of the wands are planted in the ground, and that comes from the Eight of Wands. Comes from the messages that you would have received within you to realize that you just don't want to do that again. But there seems to be a massive opportunity coming in for you. Let's just have a look at this. Seriously, you've got Three of Wands, Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands, Nine of Wands. Ace of Pentacles, Three of Swords. It's all wands. This is why you could be triggered quite easily. This is why you need to be a bit patient about things, emotionally patient about things. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence your karmic message, your conversation that is within you. They're really trying to keep you concentrated on the big piece of gold that I'm talking about. You can almost, I think this month, by the end of this month, I think you'll realise it. With the revelations and the things that are coming to the surface within technology and finances, which we went into, that things are going to be, that were unseen in the past, is going to be seen in the future. And it's going on a journey or heading down a path or goal in your life that is going to be like the cherry on your cake in a way. It's going to be the ultimate thing, really. Yeah, I think, as I say, I think they're trying to help you concentrate on that. You know, she's wasted, or not wasted, but those 4 cups have gone. They've been used up. And that's what comes with the 4 of cups. You know, it's been wasted, it's gone. But actually, there's a pathway behind her, which is her pathway. And she's got that 1 cup. And this is what I'm talking about. It's almost as like don't concentrate on the little bitty things, because that's going to distract you. Concentrate on the big goal that is in front of you, basically. Your guides will bring out that expertise within yourself. You know, it's the only cup you've got on the table. So, and it is trying your emotions. Let's just see what the overall outcome is. I used to have a massive garden. I used to do all my own. I used to grow all my own fruit and veg. You know, had me fruit trees and everything like that. Had a great place. I had my own bees and my own honey and everything like that. It was absolutely amazing. You know, I used to run an organic supermarket, my own organic supermarket, many moons ago. But the thing about the garden is like sometimes you know, when you're cleaning up the garden, you've got a lot of you know, sort of blackberry bushes where you've got a lot of thorns and stuff like that, and you cut the blackberry bush at its base, but the blackberry itself doesn't look like anything's happened. It's still living. It's like any tree, anything. If you cut it, you know, the rest of the plant is still going to look like it's in good health for some time before it starts wilting. And I think the future here is, all of a sudden you're gonna lift your head up and you're gonna realise how much work you've actually done. Knight of Pentacles. This is a really good outcome, actually. You've got the Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. You're heading down that journey. You've got those 2 aces that are saying, okay, this start of this journey is really starting to sort of feed through you. It's realising and working to the long-term plan. And I think over this month, by the end of the month, you're going to realise that you're in a position where it's absolutely brilliant. You're going to feel like you're in a position where you can look to the future with all the mess that is going to be going on in the human world around us. With all that mess, it's like we've cut that bush at its base, and that human sort of mess is just gradually going down and filtering down. And all of a sudden, we're going to realise there's a lot of debris or dead stuff around us, which is the old human world. And all of a sudden, you're going to be standing there and you're going to be above everything. And it's going to be really nice for you. And I think that will come out in at the end of February, beginning of March. I think that's really... But you've got to start working to that longer term plan now. So there you go, Scorpio. That is your mid-January reading. I have got 5 slots available for private readings or healing sessions that I'm giving over to only YouTube watchers. There is a link that you'll find in the description below, and that's available for the next sort of 2 months. In the meantime, Scorpio, if you haven't already subscribed, why not? You know what you're playing at. Yeah, in the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.